Hello. Good evening. Hi.
Hi.
Ken looks so good, and we're like weird
I
color
look like I've been
lighting.
rode hard and put up with. It's okay.
I can't help it because I'm beautiful.
You are beautiful.
It's all tricks. It's all angles, and it's Maybelline. Not maybe it's Maybelline. It is Maybelline, and we are grateful for her.
Yes.
All right. Hey, Kaylee, how are you this evening?
Miss Kaylee.
So we're gonna wait a little bit, let a few people get on it. Usually, our people like to trickle in.
Meander.
Yes.
I like to meander in.
There's
That's
Miss
the word.
Randy.
Hi, Randy.
Stephanie.
Stephanie. It's promote time tonight, man. Woohoo! Oh, and Jasper has decided that he wants to be part of the show.
Oh God, Kaylee says it's 115 degrees there.
No.
Move.
Yes.
Get out fast.
She's in what? Arizona? Is she in Arizona?
She's in Arizona.
Who is she?
Well,
Hi, Susan.
Randy. Hi, Randy.
So we have the Boggle with us tonight.
The Boggle.
The Boggle.
The Boggle.
One and only.
Yes. He's not under the influence. He's not above it. He is the influence. Did you catch that? It's a tag for my new book. I'm loving it.
Oh.
Hi, Keith.
Stephanie said she's been going out with flyers. Get it. Stephanie is a promoter.
Awesome. More of that.
Hello,
You know what, Stephanie? Stephanie, if you can get 2 more friends to help you deliver flyers, I'll give you $25 off a reading.
She's like, sold.
Done.
Yeah.
I think so. I will say now, if y'all don't know, and you should know, because if you're coming to see us, you know that we have Mystic Nights this weekend.
Yes.
And Mr. Ken Boggle is going to be there.
Yeah.
Doing readings. Stephanie says she's a machine. I'm trying to get these on here. Hi, Stacy. He will be there Saturday from 1 to 9. We have all the wonderful things there. We have all kinds of readers and vendors and a charcuterie. So
you said it right.
I did. I'm so proud of myself. I didn't call it a coochie board. Charcuterie.
All the time.
Although I think they have a sandwich called a charcuterie something. I don't know. Anyway.
That's hilarious. That's funny.
So they will be there. Stephanie, remind me what time the food truck's coming out there.
I believe it's 3:30.
3:30.
But I'm not positive. Hi, Beverly.
Hi, Beverly. So, what do we want to talk about first, kids?
Well, let's talk about Mystic Nights. How exciting.
Yes.
Super excited. This is the first time that we've done something like this. Now, we've always done Sacred Journey, but we are doing this with Ascending Shadows, which is Stephanie and Shelly. And the 4 of us wanted to do something different, do something outdoors. And why not be bougie and do it at a damn winery?
No, I won't be outdoors because it's too damn hot for me. Last weekend I did an event where I was sweltering, and Mama Kim had to fan me the entire time and I left halfway through. And not because it was a bad event or this, that, or the other thing, but it's just because I'm not a diva, but I don't play with heat. Like, I don't like it. I get very cantankerous and grumpy, and nobody wants that from a Boggle. Nobody wants that because I react and I break out in a rash called anger, and nobody likes that. So, no, I'm excited that we're going to be able to do some of it inside. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And to have that.
We have like about 10
inside and 20 outside.
20. I think we have had a couple of fall off, which that's just more room for us. So close to 30. So Pretty decent size for a winery. And I will tell you that this winery, I think they're doing some kind of so to answer your question, Susan, it's indoor and outdoor. So there's both. So there are tables that'll be set up that you can sit in and enjoy wine inside. You're sitting outside. They have wine slushies.
Wine slushies.
We love that.
Yes.
And there'll be all kinds of vendors and all really great, wonderful things to do. And I know a lot of the people that are going, right? They're
Mhm.
are
Oh yeah.
our good group. Yeah, we love that. And so you'll be able to go and do things like shop and get things like those amazing, fantastic candles from Shelley Hughes and
Mhm.
candles that I use in my everyday life. Candles that are filled with great intention and wonderfully handmade soy candles that fill any room with not only great fragrance but also an amazing intention. And then you'll be able to get things like energy alchemy done by the boys and gals, the spirit mechanics. Bless them. They've been with us for a long time.
Oh yeah.
And
Mhm.
you'll be able to get yourself a tarot card reading with me and other fantastic readers and astrology readings. Stephanie will be doing those, I'm sure.
Mhm.
Yes.
And it'll be a great time. And at a winery, it's one of those things that you see on like those really popular housewife shows.
Oh yeah.
They're going to a winery of some kind. So it's very bougie to have, a trip out, or an evening out because we'll be there till 9 p.m. to have that happen. I think that's fantastic. And I think grab the girlfriends, grab your buddies, grab your boyfriend, grab your husband, bring him for a reading. Those are always great. And, enjoy a fantastic Saturday full of fun and mysticism and metaphysical greatness. I think that's a fantastic way to spend a Saturday and get a little tanked while you're there. Yes.
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 Right.
Why not? Why not do that?
Get you a flight. Get you some cheese.
Mhm.
All
Yes,
love
they do
that.
have. I do like their flights because they have some great wines to
Yeah.
test out. And that's when we went out there. They sent the two ADHD people out there to book the event to set up everything. Myself and Stephanie, and
Yes.
we walked in. We're like, okay, flight of wine. Yes, we'll have a flight of wine. Sure. And the stuff is really good. It's really good. We have a bunch of different stuff. We have a lot of vendors that you've worked with
With
from
sacred.
Central
Yeah.
Kentucky Mystical Market, people that have been at Sacred Journey, and then there's some new ones in there. So it's a good mix of people. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. They're all on. We have them on our Triple Goddess website because we didn't make a website for Mystic Night because we don't know how many events we're going to do. We're going to see how this goes, and you might.
We do have a T-shirt vendor, and I'm excited about the T-shirt vendor.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the shirts.
What do you mean a t-shirt vendor? What do you mean?
Um,
Do we have one or two? Two different.
We have
I think we have
one.
two. Just
Do we have
one.
We'll get it right in a minute.
We may have two, but they have different things. So let me look.
They make.
Keep talking.
They print shirts, print T-shirts.
While you're there,
That I'm not positive on.
I don't know that they're
I think
cuts.
they're
I mean, they
pretty
have like the ones that they make and bring out there.
see,
they
I
have
thought you were gonna tell me that these were people who did like the airbrush 1989.
Oh no.
I mean, I would be down for that. Just for
I am so down for that. Look, if anybody said to me, Boggle, would you like an airbrush t-shirt? The answer is yes. Yesterday. I want it yesterday. Like I am so on board for that. I saw it on TikTok or Insta. There was a guy who was doing them. And I for a minute actually I said to my boyfriend David, I said, wonder how much one of those machines are. Cause like I might dabble in that. But then I reminded myself I've got so much else going on to settle down. But it's cool to have a t-shirt vendor at an event. I don't think I've seen that yet. That's cool.
she has a lot of metaphysical shirts. I think Stephanie and Shelley found her.
Yes, they did. They did.
So-
They
Those
found
great
them.
gals.
I think we do just have one. I might be thinking of Sacred Journey because I think we have t-shirt vendors at Sacred Journey, but they do metaphysical shirts.
Mm-hmm.
We love that.
Things.
We love that.
And I'm trying to see. I mean, we've got. There was some other stuff. My eyes are.
We have Naughty Ravens is going to be there. Stacey's
Yeah.
going to be there. So she'll have all of her stuff.
And I don't know if you've been in an event that Naughty Ravens has been at.
The name is not familiar to me.
They've done Sacred Journey, but I don't know that they were there when you were there.
I don't
Huh.
think so.
But a plethora of stuff. I buy all
Ooh.
kinds of stuff. Like,
Yes,
okay,
they have all the things.
these. Like, I've bought some runes from her. I love them. But they're like little card runes.
Little cards that look their runes.
Oh, that's cool.
So
I
I've got-
like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
They have all kinds of stuff. They have the crocheted stuff. She has cute little crocheted things. She's got, I think they have some wood stuff.
They do. They have what she has magnets and
And then we've got,
all kinds of things.
yeah, there's a couple of places that I haven't done. We have a massage,
Yes, we do have a masseuse.
a masseuse.
Ooh. A
So you can get
massage
a massage.
therapist. We love that. We love that.
We've got Steven. He's doing his sound healing out there. We did have another girl that was doing sound healing that was going to be out there, but she broke her leg.
Bless her
Oh,
heart.
no.
So
Bless
she's not
her.
going to be there. Yeah, there's a couple of, I think we have maybe a wood person. I don't know. We've got a bunch of different places. Some that we've not had before. So I'm excited to meet all the new people. I like meeting new people.
It all
I
runs.
love meeting new people.
It all
Love
runs.
meeting new people.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch up on the people just been messaging. I've just been ignoring the comments like a dummy.
They're blowing up.
Yeah. Samantha, hi. Stacy's been from Naughty Ravens. She's in here. She was saying hi. Ben, remember Ben? Benjamin?
What's his last name?
Culver? He was at one of our events.
Yeah, I met him at Sacred Journey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he said three of my favorite people together on a Facebook Live.
If I'm one of your favorite people, I appreciate it. That's very nice. That's very nice. That's great. I'm in good company.
Yeah.
So that's this weekend, and it's free to attend. So free
Yes.
to
Yeah.
attend. So you
Free
have access to
admission.
all that stuff.
And the name of the winery is
7
Seven
Mile.
Mile Winery.
okay.
Um,
Beautiful. Come down and
It's-
see us.
it's a gorgeous winery. They have weddings out there. It's gorgeous out there.
Mhm.
So I'm excited about that.
7 Mile Winery. 7 Mile. Love that. That's cute.
I think you're gonna love it, Ken. When you get out there, you're gonna love it. So that's this Saturday. Ken, tell us about what you've got going on.
I have so much. I have so much going on.
Ken's been a busy little bee.
It's absurd how much I have going on. I do have a really big project that'll be out this fall, somewhere near the Halloween season, somewhere near, and but definitely before Halloween. But it should be out somewhere soon in that area. Huge, massive project that is. And in preparation of that, I've been trying to do the 3 of Wands, which is proactively set yourself up for success, you know? So I've been doing a lot of readings, tons of readings. I took down tarotbyken.com and closed that business and opened kenboggle.com. So that's a thing that I've been working on, kenboggle.com, where you can, check up my appearances and where I'm going to be and when I'm going to be there and how you can be there with me. And also check out the bio and also do fill out forms for readings and things like that to get on my schedule. And then I also have a whole new shop available on kenboggle.com. So now there's Ken Boggle merch, which I don't happen to have any nearby, but there's Ken Boggle merch. There's you got something?
I might can
Oh
show
my
it.
God.
Hold on, let me see. I might be able to do some stuff.
She might
Okay.
be able to do some things.
So I've got new things like t-shirts, Ken Boggle t-shirts. I have Ken Boggle vinyl decals that you can put on any non-porous surface. They're weatherproof and fantastic. Then there's the little Ken Boggle, kenboggle.com stickers, which I think is so weird to turn around one day and have your face on a sticker. That's weird to me, but it's cool. And then the thing I love so much is the Ken Boggle mugs. I've got a Ken Boggle mug. On one side is the Ken Boggle logo, and on the back it's my
Mantra.
sort of mantra. Remember that at the end of the day, you are your brother's keeper, because we are. And also, I can actually show this while Mimi's working. We also have by Moxie Malas the
bracelet.
official Ken Boggle bracelet, which is really great. It's available for purchase, and it's got all kinds of really fantastic stones on it, like black obsidian and garnet, shungite, smoky quartz, and tourmalated quartz, and a bunch of others, including the Moxie Mala bead, which is pretty cool. Don't know if you can see that, but it's set up for you to have some protection. It's crafted rather to give you protection, to change negative energy into positive energy, to work on your own intuition, and to look, it's the Ken Boggle mug.
I did it.
KenBoggle.com. You did. It's fabulous. Look at that. So there's the Ken Boggle mug, and then there's the Ken Boggle T-shirt. Yes. How cool. No thanks. Yeah. How cool is that? And what else we got there? The Ken Boggle vinyl. Oh my God, Mimi, you're doing so great. This is the first time anybody's ever done this on a podcast. I've never had merch before.
Playing with stuff, and it's fun.
Love that. So you can put that on your car. That's great. And we have the Ken Boggle sticker.
I mean,
so
is that not the cutest sticker ever?
It is the cutest sticker.
I love it.
That's me. That's me.
I
Doesn't
love
it look like it looks like me? I can't get over it. That was actually geared toward the John Lennon doodle. Somebody did of John Lennon, and we kind of used that as a template. Then here's the Moxie Malas and Ken Boggle bracelet. It's fantastic. You just simply click on Buy Now at the bottom of the description, which you see there, and it will take you to the Moxie Malas website where you can purchase it. Then these are bracelets that I really love. This one's called Peace Within. And it's a bracelet that can help you with stress and anxiety and depression and all those other things. It's a really wonderful bracelet. It's very pretty. I love it.
It is pretty.
And yeah. And then there's also the Essential Oil Diffuser Full Chakra Bracelet, which helps align all of your chakras and has some lava stone in it, so you can massage in your favorite oils. Yeah. And to carry those fragrances with you throughout the day. Yes, how fantastic. Now, this is all on. Oh, check that shirt out.
Wait,
that shirt's the business. Yeah, that shirt.
Look
at that handsome. Isn't he handsome? God almighty. I would drink his bathwater. I think he is delicious. I am sick with him.
You could sop him up with a biscuit.
My mouth is literally watering. I'm literally salivating. That's how attractive he is. Let's get it together. Anyway, so this is the Ken Boggle t-shirt. On one side, you see the Ken Boggle logo and KenBoggle.com. And then on the back side is the QR code. Doesn't show the back side, no. When you click on Buy Now, it'll take you to the Crystal Coven Mystic Cottage, and they will have on their side the front and the back of it, I think, possibly. Maybe not. But, but
they don't have the cute model. Oh, yeah, they do. There it is.
Do they have the Q model? Yeah, he's so hot. He's so hot. Yeah, the silhouette of Boggle on the front and the QR code on the back, which is fantastic.
We do have a question. Do you ship worldwide?
We do. The shipping is all taken care of. In fact, these are all locally made and processed by the Crystal Coven Mystic Cottage in Winchester, Kentucky. So they're Kentucky proud. They are manufactured and processed and shipped from Kentucky anywhere that you can purchase them. And they're really well priced too. I think the Ken Boggle bracelet, even with all these really great quality stones, is only $40. This shirt's a bargain at $25, unless you're getting extra large. But here's the reason why I did it. So that page is full of my favorite things. It's stuff that I believe in, that I use, or is Ken Boggle associated, and done by people by hand. Like, this is not mass produced stuff. This is like really good quality things. And so, KenBoggle.com is open now, where you can shuffle the deck and change your life. And yeah, awesome page. But
Yeah, it
speaking of
looks
the
great.
Crystal Coven, I'm there Mondays and Wednesdays from 2 until 5:30 to do readings, and then
Mhm.
from 6 o'clock until 7, I'm there to teach classes. This week we did Tarot 102 and Psychic Development 102. There are new classes starting at the end. Once the graduating classes pass through, then you start all over. So make sure you're getting in on that. Those are in person as well as online. So I teach Tarot 101 through 108 and then the 200s.
Mhm.
So you're learning things about tarot that nobody else really knows or uses, little tricks to help you remember the cards, little ways to associate your energy with the readings and the card meanings and the spread meanings and all of that. Teaching those classes Mondays and Wednesdays, it's great. Available in person and online. So wherever you're at in the world, you can participate in those classes with us. Um, right
Now,
now
are the
on my tarot,
online ones on the same time as the in-person ones?
yeah, they're 6 p.m. Eastern time, so New
Okay.
York City time. They are phenomenal. Yeah, and you just jump on there and it's all done through like a Zoom, you know,
Mhm.
and yeah, just you can contact 859-749-8411 for more information on those. Speak to Shannon and tell her you want to get in on the Ken Boggle classes. So those are really great.
Hang on, you're gonna
Um,
give me that number again. I'll put it in the
yeah,
message. What?
859, so I hope I'm doing this right, 749-8411. And so the Crystal Coven Mystic Cottage is a locally owned and operated business where they feature me Mondays and Wednesdays, but they're open and there for you to come in and shop. You can get stones, you can get uh, Boggle merchandise, you can get all kinds of really great things. Lots of great things. You can get even like penis shaped stones, which I thought was pretty freaking cool for your altar if you're doing like fertility work or that kind of thing. I
Mhm.
thought Missy and you would enjoy that. Um,
I
yeah,
might
but
have
it's
one.
Or two.
yeah, they're pretty great. They're pretty great. So from there, I've got the website. I've got all my work at the Crystal Coven. I'm partnering with a shop in Georgetown, Kentucky, to do Tuesdays at their place. I'm doing private readings Thursdays and Fridays, and on Saturdays and Sundays I do conventions, markets, fairs, private readings, and I'll be starting work with Earth Alchemy in Frankfurt to be reading there on occasion, and they'll also be carrying the Kim Bogle merchandise. So, and oh,
Huh.
this weekend I'll have all the Kim Bogle merch there too, so you'll be able
Really?
to,
Oh,
yeah,
awesome. Awesome.
you'll be
Awesome.
able to see it in person and purchase some of it. It's take
Nice.
it home with you. And the thing about it is, a lot of people asked about when I would get merch and when I would get merch, and that's been a couple of years. That people are like, "Kid, why don't you just like get a sticker, or like why don't you just like get a bumper sticker or something like that?"
Mhm.
And the honest truth is, I was afraid of it. I was afraid that if I made it, nobody would buy it. I was afraid that I would put my heart and soul into it, and it would just sit there. And I had to face that fear and overcome it, and I'm glad I did because it's now like we have to process things on a regular basis because people are actually buying like the mugs. We have to
That's
constantly keep
awesome.
that going. And more of that, more of that, more of that. That's a wonderful, beautiful thing. And I'm so grateful. So, yeah, when you add oh, yeah, lest we forget, I'm also doing Ken Boggle's Haunted Tour of Lexington.
Wait, what? When are you
Yeah,
doing that?
it's going to happen every Friday night starting July the 21st. It's at 8 p.m. July the 21st, and every Friday after that, rain or shine, unless it's lightning and there's danger, I will be there. I take you on a tour of Murders and Madams, is what it's called. Murders and
Oh, I gotta love that.
Madams.
When are we
Yeah,
going,
and
Missy?
you should come. It's going to be great. That is a track around Lexington to some of the most haunted locations, to also some of the most infamous locations. You're talking about Belle Breezing, who was one of the nation's top sex workers in her day, right here in Lexington. So much so, and this is in the 1800s, that it's rumored one of the characters from Gone with the Wind was based on her.
Oh
So I'm going
wow.
to take you on a tour of her life and tell the story of her. But also, we have some really great stories like judges pulling knives on people, and riots and murders and unsolved murders. It's murder porn, kind of like Snapped or like that kind of thing. It is rated
I'm
R.
down.
It's rated R,
It's not kid
and
friendly.
No.
it's not kid friendly. I'm there. It's not kid friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah. God knows what'll come out of my mouth, but because this is the subject matter and content, we're starting every tour at a bar called Old Hookers. I thought that was really great. Where we're going to have the Ken Boggle cocktail, and that you can purchase if you'd like, or sit outside and hang out with some great, wonderful folks there at Old Hookers, and then we go on the tour, and then we end up back at Old Hookers in case you want to sit with me and have a couple of drinks when it's over.
Nice.
But yeah, so we've got all of the readings and all the big events, and we're doing Mystic Nights and Sacred Journey this year. We're doing the Central Kentucky Mystical Market. We're doing readings and classes in Winchester, Georgetown, Frankfort, all of Central Kentucky. I'm also involved with Cosmic Connections, and this is a one-day only pop-up event at breweries here in Central Kentucky. So
Mhm.
that's cool.
Mhm.
Yeah,
We've done
so
one of those. We did one of those.
Yeah, we did one.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm a busy bee. I'm a busy bee. I think I haven't spoke to my mom in about a month. My birth mother, I haven't spoke to her in about a month, and I think my nephew's birthday was today, and all I could do was send a text. I was so busy. I was driving, trying to get home so I could be here.
Yeah. He was
And
speeding.
yeah, I was speeding so I could be here with you fine folks, and I'm happy I did because I'm having a good time. But yeah, tons of things happening, and it's so much that I'm having a hard time trying to remember to update my appearance page on the website. So I got to do that. Then you add to it things, like the TikTok at Ken Boggle, or the Instagram or Facebook at Ken Boggle, and the Twitter at Ken Boggle, and trying to create content for those. And we're going to start doing um, cards of the day, but we're going to do them
Mhm.
with intention. Whereas initially, when I was doing tarot cards of the day, it was just a rando card for the day.
Right.
But now we're going to be doing them with like, here's your relationship card of the day. Here's your somebody else will steal this idea. I'm sure they always do. I'm a genius that way. I get it. But we're going to do like career, work, home, health, wealth, tarot cards of the day. We're
Mm.
just going to, spice it up here and there and sprinkle those out. So we're in the process of creating and manufacturing those right now, which has been pretty intense. So lots of
Nice.
things going on in the bobble buggle, in the boggle bubble of it all.
You're busy.
Yes, very busy.
That's good.
Yeah. I had a
So see,
girlfriend
you
call
need
me
to
the other
come
day.
see Ken this weekend and at Sacred
Yes.
Journey Market, because I'm pretty sure that after Sacred Journey Market, he's going to be a very hard man to get in touch with.
Yes.
After I think, I'm not sure when the Central Kentucky Mystic Market is, but I think the Sacred Journey that you all are doing will be the last event where you can get me this cheap. Because once the big project happens, I'm going to start valuing my time more, and I'm going to start putting more money, asking for more money for my services, because I've done this for 31 years and I've worked hard for the opportunities in my life, and I'm going to raise my prices. I'm not going to be like some people charge $300 for 30 minutes. That's never going to be me. I'm never going to do that.
Mhm.
But, I'm raising my prices. So it's going to be one of the only times you're going to spend with me like this weekend where you get me at a really good rate. And you can shuffle the deck and change your life for a really good, reasonable rate. And once the big project airs and it all goes into the universe, Boy's gonna raise his prices, sis. I'm gonna do that
As you
thing.
Right.
should. As you should.
Yeah,
As you should.
I'm doing it. I think my whole approach to pricing has always been that I don't think, no matter what your career is like, no matter what TV show you're on or what network, helping people should never break their bank.
Right.
You should never be in a position or put people in a position where they have to either choose financial goodness or improving their life. They should go hand in hand.
Mhm.
Your help should not create more issues for that person. Do you know what I'm saying? Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Mhm.
And I will always be that way. I will always be that way. Now, my wait list eventually is going to be astronomically long.
Mhm.
I'm sure of it.
So you need to get your
How,
readings now.
yeah. And see me in person now and cultivate a relationship with me now because I do think I am my brother's keeper, and I do believe in following people like investing rather. I believe in investing in relationships. Get to know each
Mhm.
other, follow them on social media, say hello and like their posts and that kind of a thing and be engaged. I think that's really important in the world that's so cold. You should be able to kind of engage with people. So
Mhm.
yeah, I'm here for it. I hope everybody else that's watching is here for it too. But definitely get on the Boggle bandwagon, babe. Get
Right?
on it because it's eventually going to be fabulous, and you're going to be like, "I knew him when," and you'll get that brag.
Mhm.
You'll get that brag. That's priceless. That's priceless brag.
Yes.
Stacy said yes, she loves that.
I love it. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you. No, but I created a couple of new spreads for tarot that nobody else in the world uses, and they have been wildly successful. So those are currently in use. There's things that I can do with a deck of cards that nobody else is doing with a deck of cards, based on my meditations and um, uh, advice from Spirit. I've crafted, I think, 3 new tarot card spreads
Mhm.
that are coming out. And then, sorry, I almost forgot. There's the book. The book is almost
The
finished.
book. The book. What is the
Yeah.
book? Tell us about the book.
The book is a literary first. Nobody has ever written a book the way I just wrote one. And I'm hoping that's a selling point. I pray to the commercial gods that people want to buy this book. But it's taken me about 3 years to write it.
Mhm.
It's called Becoming Ken Boggle. And it takes you on a journey of when I was born in a holler in southeastern Kentucky as Kenneth Ray Hughes Jr. through everything that I've gone through in my life. And it's not pretty, and it's actually very ugly in some places. Things I've done wrong, things that nobody else in this community and industry will admit to, I will tell you all about it in the book. Things that one my editor read it and she wrote me and she said, "Oh my God, Ken, I can't believe that this happened. I can't believe that you went through that, or I can't believe that you were doing that, or I can't believe that you continued to do that, or just really hard stuff." But each chapter is about the struggle and the victory. It's how I accomplished what I've accomplished, which by the time is the book is done is going to be a huge, massive accomplishment in my life. It's how you go from being barefoot in a holler to becoming Ken Boggle, and hope that people can read it and understand that they're not alone, and that if they've gone through something horrible, they have a friend in me because I did too, and we'll get through it
Mhm.
together. You
Right.
know, yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody else has ever written a book the way I
So
did it, though, so I'm excited.
so when's this book possibly
We're thinking early 2024.
nice?
Okay.
So big project happens, and then as a supplement to
It's a
that,
big
the
project.
the,
Yeah.
the book happens. And the beautiful thing about the book is that there are 4 more coming. So there's Becoming Ken Boggle, and then there's 4 more books that are already outlined that I'm already working on. I'm
When
already
do you
doing it.
have time to write books?
When he's in the bathroom.
On the
That's,
shitter. Like,
yeah,
and this
I mean,
one time.
yeah, I'm just sitting there on the shitter like, and then in 8th grade, a girl pulled my pigtails. I think because she liked me. No, that's I tell great stories. But no, I the beautiful thing about the first book is that it's going to be a way for you to learn about me and yourself all at once. And then the 4 following books are going to be a way of understanding your life. Like it's going to be a way to understand your life in various different aspects of your life. So we're going to handle things like relationships, and we're going to handle things like money and family. I'm going to take you on the journey of my life and how these things have happened to me, and all the great that I've done and all the terrible that I've done, all the affairs I had, all the marriages I broke up, my marriage that broke up, all the big times when I had hundreds of thousands of dollars in the bank to the times when I had, negative 412. I'm taking you on those journeys, things like ambitions and goals and things that you want to accomplish in your life and how to really do that. I'm going to take you on that journey in the 4 following books that are still to come.
I cannot wait until they come out.
Well, see, that's the thing that I think is special about you, to me anyway, is that you connect with all of your clients and you're transparent and you're real.
And he will put your ass in your place if it needs to be.
Yes, he will hand you your ass when your ass needs to be handed to you. So
I've seen that happen a few times, and I have from a distance.
Yeah. I think there was a day, and you all were here that day, or we were all together that day. There was on a Saturday, this woman came in. Her name was let's call her Pat. Pat came in and she sits down in front of me, and I'm doing a reading, and this reading comes out as if there's like a child who's living with her, and we're talking about it, and I'm like, I don't feel like this is reading like a child, but who is it? And she's like, that's my grown-ass daughter who's 43 years old, and she's not contributing to the household, and she barely lifts a finger to help. And she's more obsessed with her model toys than she is with helping her mother. And her mother's like at this point, like in her late 60s, early 70s. Pat is, and she's like, yeah, my daughter's this. She acts like a 8-year-old. And I was like, really? And she was like, yeah. And I'm like, well, here's how you deal with your daughter. Like here's how you deal with that chick. And like I gave it to her good, and she said, okay. Sunday, the next day. This woman comes in and she sits down, and I'm doing readings and flipping cards and everything, and I'm engaging with her. And it dawns on me, no matter what I'm going to say to this woman, she's not going to retain it. She's not going to figure it out. She's not going to utilize it. She's denying, refusing, and blocking, right? Mm-hmm. Basically, all the cards are reversed. She's refusing, denying, and blocking it off. She's not receiving. And I said to her, hey, look, chick, you're going to pay me anyway. I don't care if you like me or not. You're not getting it. And you're not doing what you should be doing with your life. And every excuse that could come out, you've regurgitated to me several times. And quite honestly, I'm sick of it. Like, I'm not going to tolerate it. I hate wasting my breath. I'm wasting my breath with you. You just don't get it. That'll be $25. And I get up to go to the end of the table, to hand Shannon, who was there because Mama Kim was out, to hand Shannon the money. And Shannon says, that's Pat's daughter from yesterday. And I stopped, and I turned around, and I pointed my finger, and I said, sit your ass down. I'm not done with you yet. She sat down, and I said, how dare you treat your mother that way? You're a grown-ass. I ripped her a new one.
I know you did, because my eyes were like this big, because we were sitting across.
I mean, by the time it was...
hear anything, but we could tell that stuff was going down over there.
I said to her, I don't understand how a 40-something-year-old woman can live with her mother and her mother mow the grass. I don't understand how a 40-something-year-old woman who's not disabled in any way, shape, or form is not contributing to the upkeep of the house. Furthermore, you're spending your money on toys and you're not helping your mother who's on a fixed income. And I was louder. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. And like, I was ripping her a new asshole. And then she says, I don't have to tolerate this. You're not going to talk to me that way. And I was like, I just fucking did. Like I just did. Sis. What are you going to do? Like, I just did. And we can go to blows. My cuffs are already rolled. Like, we can go. I'll take my hat off. We're fine. We'll have it out. And as she gets up and she storms off, and I'm heated. And I think I looked over at you guys and I said, well, was I wrong?
I'm over going, oh no.
And you all were like, and I think Missy went, no, you weren't wrong. Like, you weren't wrong. And I was like, was I being a bitch? And I look over at Shannon, and she was like, a little bit.
But
of
it
a
was
bitch.
deserved. I mean, it was deserved.
She needed it. She needed it.
I mean, okay, so we're Southern. We have a tendency to pet, but after a while, you get really frustrated. And I think we've had nights on our lives where we're like, we're sorry, we're about to hand you your ass. I'm sorry, but you came on a live and asked for a reading. I'm sorry.
Here's the reality of it. The reality is sometimes people go to mystics like us and light workers like us thinking that we're just going to pet them, tell them the world is against them, and here's a stone to put under your pillow because the world is unkind to you. And I'm not that. I'm the person that's going to say, here's what's wrong. Here's how we fix it. Here's how that will turn out if you take my advice.
Right.
Then if you pop back up and you didn't take that advice, I say to you, I wasted my breath with you. I won't make that mistake again. Get out. I won't. And it's sometimes in Japanese, they call it shakabuku, which means to rattle somebody with the truth. You have to hit somebody with the truth sometimes. Otherwise, folks get lost in their delusions and their illusions and all that other stuff. So you've got to first you have to understand how much the person can take because you never want to break somebody. But then you got to understand exactly what you need to say to help this person be better and to live a better quality of life. Because if they take your advice after you hand them their ass, if they take it consistently, no matter what, they'll come back to you one day and say, you do not know what you did to help me. You have no idea how you helped me. And I know that for a fact because it's happened to me a bunch. I was at the paranormal mystical market once, and this woman came up to me and she said, you don't remember me. And I said, I'm sorry, I don't. Because when I'm reading, I channel and I just channel and read cards and the people. And she said, it's okay because I'm not the same person I was when I saw you. And I said, that's bizarre. Like, what do you mean by that? And she said, here's my driver's license. And it was her at about 100 and some pounds heavier. And she said, you rattled me and you spoke to me directly and you helped me get my life together. Now I'm emotionally better. I'm happier. My life, it makes more sense. Life's going better for me. And I've lost 100 and some pounds. Thank you so much. And she cries and like I'm holding her and she's in tears. But if you really want to change your life, get with a reader who will be real with you. A real reader is somebody who's going to tell you the truth no matter what and tell you how to fix it. Don't just leave somebody in vague drama. You remember Missy when we were training together? Because Missy took classes with me and she was phenomenal at those classes and she's a phenomenal reader now. One of the things I said is your job is to never leave somebody in vague drama. You never say, this might happen and I don't know what to tell you about it, but here's I didn't say, here at $25. No, you say, here's what's wrong. Here's what's going to happen. Here's why it's going to go wrong. Here's what we can do to fix it. You can turn crap into fantastic. You can turn poison into medicine. You can actually live a better quality of life if you X, Y, Z. And if they take that advice, it can radically change someone's entire life, their entire life.
Yeah. And the good readers out there, they're out there to help you. They're not out there to just be, like our little, I'm surprised I'm going to say this and now they're going to pop up, but our little people are going, Spirit has told me to contact you through this Facebook Live. And no. But most of the good readers are out there. Well, all the good readers are out there to help you. They want to help you. And sometimes the things they say are not going to be the things you want to hear. They're not to tell you what you hear.
But a good reader is never going to consider you a number. A good reader is never going to just think that they're turning tables or turning cards. A good reader is going to be someone who actually invests themselves in your life. They're not just looking at it like, oh, here are my followers from Insta or TikTok or and bitch this and queen that. They're not going to do that. They're going to go, yes, bitch, here's your problem. Yes, queen, get that man. No, sis, dump him. And here's how we'll deal with the heartbreak. And if you need me, I'm right here. If you want to cry, I'm right here. And I remember being in, I think it was Minnesota, maybe Minnesota. And my booth was next to Dave Schrader. You know Dave Schrader from the
I
Hoser
love
File.
Dave Schrader so
Love
much.
him.
Yeah,
I'm
he
so
was
excited.
great.
He's coming to Scarefest again. I can't wait to see him again.
Is he coming? I didn't know
Yes.
that.
Yes, I'm so excited.
I might be going to that.
Mhm.
Might be going to
I
Scarefest.
have a poster from my very first Scarefest with your signature on it.
I do too.
Save them. They're going to be worth money.
They're going to be worth lots of money.
They're going to be infamous by the end of it. So, Dave, I was reading all day long, and when I'm at a convention and people are beginning to kind of pick up what I'm laying down, and they start talking to each other, my book you all have seen it. Like sometimes I don't have time to pee. I rarely ever eat, or even I've always got a drink somewhere. It's either Diet Coke or a cocktail. I've always got something. But I kept looking over at Dave, and Dave kept looking back at me, and I misread him because I thought he was looking at me like he didn't like me. And I thought, what have I done to upset Dave Schrader? Like, what have I done to upset him? And it was all day Friday I felt that way. All Saturday I felt that way. And then Saturday I'm packing up and I'm leaving, and I'm trying to kind of avoid his, thank God for the hat, right? I'm trying to avoid his eye. I'm like, oh, I'm just going to put things away now. And he came up to me and he said, I just wanted to say that I have never seen anybody work so hard. And he said, I watched you hold so many people by the hand and cry with them. Like he was like, it wasn't fake, and it's never fake. He was like, you spanked people's ass when they need it, and you cried with those people who were broken, and you got up and hugged every single one of them. You were never too far away from your booth. You were always present. You were always there. And he said, I just want to say how much I respect you. I was shook.
I think he just kind of looks like that when he's watching stuff. He
has that RBF going on sometimes.
Yeah. And I think Dave actually reads situations and people. I think Dave's actually a very good reader of people and things. And so he was reading me, and I was taking that as like, oh my God, I've upset Dave Schrader. And I was like, I couldn't be small enough to fit in a corner somewhere. And but then it was over, and I just kind of looked at him and I took a big sigh of relief and said, oh my God, I'm so glad, because I thought I had pissed you off all weekend, and I thought you were really mad at me, and I'm so glad that you weren't mad at me. And since then, Dave's been great. I've actually had the pleasure, like he'll write me on occasion to be like, Boggle, do you have a minute? And I always make time for Dave Schrader because he's a great man, wonderful father, wonderful person.
Yeah, we only got to see him during Scarefest, but he was one of those booths that I was like, we're going to see Dave again over there, because I just adore
we sat
him.
and talked to him.
He's great. He's great. And he said, if I ever have someone read my daughter, it'll be you.
Oh.
And that to me is like, when you share me with your loved ones, that's the biggest compliment ever. It's like when I'm doing a mediumship reading and someone gives me the honor of speaking to their mother or speaking to their lost child sometimes. To me it's an unbelievable honor, and I'm so incredibly grateful to do it. And events like we're doing this weekend, sure, it's at a winery. Sure, we're all going to have fun. Sure, it's going to be great. But it can also, something can happen to you at that event that positively and radically changes the rest of your life. And that's why these kinds of events are so important. And that's why we need more of them, is because the possibilities are endless, and the world's suffering, and things like Sacred Journey and Mystic Nights are a way for people to build community in a very divided world.
Very welcoming space. It's a very welcoming space.
It's a safe space for a lot of people.
And that's why we love doing Sacred Journey so much, because we've had people come up to it that have come out one time, and they're continuously coming because they're like, we just love the energy of all the people out here. I was like, it's kind of planned that way. We want it to be good energy.
And it's like you as a weird, let's say the word weirdo,
I love
let's
being
take
a weirdo,
let's take the word power of the word weirdo.
right?
It's like, as a weirdo, you were just popular enough for people to use you for your homework, but you weren't popular enough to not get beat up, right? So you exist in this world where nobody really likes you for you. You understand? And then in places like Mystic Nights and Sacred Journey, you get to be with people who experienced the same thing, who understand where you're coming from, who in turn will treat you like family. You know, like,
Mhm.
and I think at the end of the day, you can't get that from a movie. You can't get that from much more than events like this. You know, where people can all get together and share one common thing, which is, looking out into the universe, healing yourself, growing, prospering, and being good with each other. It's a very unique industry to be in, and a
Mhm.
unique event that we're going to have. So please, if you're watching, come see us this weekend, because it's going to be phenomenal. It'll be off the chain for sure.
And I'm not going to say we're not. We are a little bit selfish because we've made some really great friends doing these events and have
Mhm.
met some amazing people
Yeah.
that otherwise we would not have met. You know, um, and just now I see like now we talk to Stacy all the time from Knotted Ravens. We love her so much, and her husband,
Mhm.
and her mannequin, and
Her mannequin, yes.
we love
But
her
it's
mannequin.
like look at people like bless her, she passed away today, actually.
Oh, I saw
Philly,
that.
Philly
Philly.
McCarthy. This was an older woman who was on a fixed income, who was brilliant. Philly wasn't she brilliant? She was
Yes.
brilliant, and
Yes.
she was ballsy, and she was great. She had a very sharp mind, and she was hilarious. And the two of us, me looking like this and Philly looking like, you'd have never thought we would ever. But I loved and adored her. And when she hugged you, you knew you were being hugged by someone who really loved you. And that's the feeling that a lot of people get when they come to this sort of an event, when they come to this kind of a happening. They get to create relationships like that. And Philly, I think our relationship was 9 years. I knew Philly,
Mm.
and we would
I don't know that I
randomly.
ever met her. I
You
think
did
she was
it.
Oh,
before. Yeah, way before I.
Mimi, she was great. Mimi, she was so good, and she'd come see us when we were over in Porter Place, and then,
Yes, and she brought us
um,
stuff.
oh my gosh, she brought food. She'd bring apples or oranges or something that she cooked that was
Vegetables from the
vegetable.
garden.
Yes, and I'll never forget how sad I was the day I was doing a reading for her, and she said, "I think I'm going to move. Is it a good idea?" And I flipped the cards, and the answer was yes. And I said to her, and I remember it clearly, as I was hugging her goodbye, I said, the answer is yes, you should move. And I can't tell you how incredibly sad I am about that.
Mm-hmm.
And she moved on to Michigan, and she passed this morning,
This
actually.
morning,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's the kind of relationship that you can build. That's the kind of what do they call it, camaraderie and
Mhm.
fellowship that happens at these events. And
When
uh,
we meet the people and we're all hugging each other by and love you and kisses and it's like we've known each other forever.
Mhm.
yeah,
So
and that's kind of what made COVID so hard for me,
mhm.
is that I couldn't go to these events. I at that
Mhm.
time was working as Ken Boggle on the weekends and in the evenings, and through the 9 to 5, I was working in an ER during COVID. Who the fuck does that anyway? I
Mhm.
didn't, whatever, but I lost that. I lost that connection, and it was a long time before we got it again. But when we were all there in one place, even with our masks, and we were elbow bumping and
Yeah.
bowing to
Mhm.
each other and blowing kisses and things, it was so good. It was so good. And then for COVID to no longer be a thing, and now we're like
You give
hugging and
a hug. Oh yeah.
kissing each other again, and being able to celebrate each other and the moment that we have that's so special. It's phenomenal. That's the kind of thing that you get. So it's not just getting a T-shirt and a couple of stones and tarot card reading. It's feeling at home. It's finding your tribe. It's deep connection, and for that, I think free entry is priceless. I
Mhm.
I can't believe I can't believe that we're fortunate enough to participate in that kind of industry where you can radically help somebody in that way, or build a community in that way. It's amazing. I love it.
Mhm.
I do too. I've met some amazing people, probably some of the most amazing people I've had in my life, and they have been the most supportive with, with my family and my husband going through chemo and being diagnosed with cancer. Like, wow, I went dumb for a minute. When he was
You just
diagnosed,
need,
I was constantly getting messages from people from the market saying, "Oh my gosh, do this. Have you tried this? And how can I help?" And it's just been constant love and all that.
Mhm.
That was very much so needed during that time. I mean, and
Yeah.
getting this during COVID when everybody was already else stressed out, and then still sending it. I'm just saying these people will give you the shirts off their back. They're just the
Mhm.
kindest people.
yeah.
Anita constantly messaged
Oh
me.
gosh, love her.
Oh my God, Anita Forsyth. You know what I
I
mean?
love her so much.
But it's people like you all and Anita that you might have met at a grocery store. You might have met, or you might have crossed getting groceries, or at a department store somewhere. But these kinds of events bring those people together, brings us together, and it to me, I think there's no greater woman in the world than Anita Forsyth.
No,
Oh my
I don't
God.
think, yeah, she's the
How
most
she puts
amazing.
up with Wes Forsyth is an act of it's an act of God.
Yes.
I say that in teasing because Wes is my brother from another mother, and I'll always love him. But that chick is tough as nails and never a harsh word
Mhm.
ever. And she can give them. I know she can give them. I've seen her get hot,
Yes,
and
I have to.
Oh yeah,
I've seen her have conversations, and I've seen her put people in their place, but it's always been from a place of integrity and love. And it's the same thing with you, Missy. I did not know 10 years ago when we were playing lightsabers and I
oh
was
my gosh,
300 pounds and we were
Yeah.
playing lightsabers at the Porter Place Mystic Market that you and I would become such good friends. And you too, Mimi. I had no idea that we were going to be, really great pals. It's because of events like that that those things get to happen.
well,
Mhm.
I was lucky that Missy brought me into it. I moved up here, and Missy's like, "Hey, come hang out with me." And I was like,
You have
"Okay,
to. Yes. I was like,
here,
just hang out.
shove you in a room with spirit mechanics. They're going to do some stuff." What? They're going to do what?
Yeah. Great guys too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
And then I think my very first reading was from you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I am so sorry.
No, it wasn't. It was a good reading, but I was okay. So I was one of those people that was terrified. Oh my God, they're going to tell me I'm going to die. And I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not going into a reading. They're going to tell me something. I'm going to have the worst cards ever, and I'm going to stress about it forever. And it was not like that at all.
No. Even when you break bad news with somebody, there's a way to turn poison into medicine,
Right.
and I think that's kind of what we excel at. And I look at it and I think like in my life, the relationships I've built, Mama Kim, who is my companion
Love that
and my
woman.
dearest. My life has only been benefited by knowing all of you. My life has only prospered, and you all have only ever supported me and been there for me, held me when I cried, laughed with me when we were laughing, danced when we could dance, and get pissed when we can get pissed. Like it's a wonderful coming together of things. It's just phenomenal. So yeah, come this weekend. Come
Yes.
this weekend.
Robin
Come
said
and
Missy
enjoy
did
it.
my first reading.
Yes, Robin, I did do your first reading. And
I
I've
love
made
that.
friends all over.
Oh yeah.
So
It's wonderful.
So this weekend, Ken will be at Mystic Nights, Saturday from 1 to 9 at the 7 Mile Winery. They randomly pick some of the vendors that are going to be there, and they're doing an article, the winery is. So I don't know. She was going to say if it was done, she was going to post it in here, but I don't think it's done yet for this weekend. So that's pretty cool. I can't wait to see what that has on it.
Oh my gosh, nobody contacted me. I would have loved to have done that. That would have been such a coup. I would have enjoyed that.
They picked random ones. I think they picked you.
I think you're one of the
Oh,
ones
I
they
think
picked.
you're one of
Yeah.
them.
Yay!
Oh, yay.
I love it.
I think.
I love when things work
Yeah,
out
Stephanie
like
said
that.
it's not done yet. They were just
Okay.
randomly picking some of the vendors. And she was just kind of put in the showcase just to have in there. I don't know exactly what it is or where it's coming. Stephanie knows more about it than I do. But yeah, I think
Yeah,
this
she
event
says
is
it's
going to be, the energy is going to be great. The energy at the winery is great anyway. It's just a fun place to be. It's very soothing, calm, and it's nice. So,
And then you add wine.
and if you go to their website, 7milewinery.com, there is actually a drone footage of the outside and inside of the building. And it's absolutely gorgeous. So, we're going to see how we're going to work. We have to go move tables before everybody comes out there to set up. So we got to rearrange everything when we get out there.
Put me somewhere good, sis. Put me somewhere good.
You know I will. You know we will.
Thank you all for having me. I'm so knocked out that you allowed me to be here. And thank you for having me on your program this evening.
We're glad you came.
Yes.
So we'll be doing readings this weekend. We didn't do readings tonight because we wanted to talk about Ken because he has so many irons and so many fires that we needed to use the whole hour to talk about him and how amazing he is. So,
thanks,
but readings, we'll be doing readings. We're actually doing tag team readings this weekend.
Yes, we're doing tag
team.
We usually don't do stuff at our events, but we decided, what the hey, we'll do it this weekend.
Do it.
And I think Ascending Astrology, I think they're doing their readings together this weekend, aren't they? Is Shelly's reading this weekend? We've been nagging her.
Yes, Shelly is reading this weekend.
So,
how cool is that?
So, and then all the astrology. And if you haven't had an astrology reading from Stephanie, they're amazing.
They are.
But we have all kinds of amazing people out there. We can't wait. I am so taking advantage of the wine. I'm sure that others that are on here are going to as well. So, Ascending Astrologies are working this weekend too. So,
and there will be bubbles.
There will be bubbles. There's bubbles, not wine bubbles because we don't know how to make
wine bubbles because we didn't figure it out. But
bubbles are so cool.
But we'll be bubbles, and we're actually setting up outside, but we're going to be close to the inside so we can go in and out. So
cool.
So
I'll be inside. Come see me there.
Ken will be inside. Well, I mean, you have to tour the whole thing. You can't just. You just have to come in.
I will as long as I don't start to glisten.
Okay. Well, I mean, we'll just spritz you if we have to.
Spritz me down. I love it.
All right. So we will see y'all next Wednesday. We will be on here next Wednesday, but come see us this weekend at the winery. We love you guys very much. Thank you all for coming and seeing us. We'll see you next week and hopefully this weekend in person. All right. Y'all have a great night and we will see you later. Bye-bye. Press the button.